Hello guys, in the previous lesson we have talked about the string class in Python programming language, and so one of the different types of the data variable in Python programming language is that to list. Okay, and so list is like the structure, but the dynamic structure of C programming language. Okay, and so it contains different types of data itself, and then we can manipulate the data in some order. Such as we can manipulate the data with the with removing or adding the some elements to list. It's like also the array structure, but formally the structure can be used as a constraint to list dynamics in Python programming language. Okay, and so in order to understand the underlying mechanism of this term, we need to use the example session in here, like this one. We made my list can be defined with the with some brackets in here, like this one. This is special character or the operators in which is given in the Python programming language, and so we can define or includes to some data on the on the left hand side variable name. For example, we have 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we may have the the Mehmet, or the we may add the İşcan. Okay, and so this all given in the in my list, and so we can store the data related to the related to the numbers, strings, or the another types of the Python programming language. Okay, and so how can we use this? Print is a overloaded function, and so we can print it or send the data to the output session, which in this case the screen, the many types, by using the print. Okay, and so if I push my list into the print function, and so if I run this code and then 123 for Mehmet and İşcan is calling or is seen in the in the terminal page. Okay, or like the array structure, we can use the in this operator in here, like this one. For example, if you want to reach the 0 element or the first elements of the list, and then we can use this bracket in here, and so this bracket is also operator overloading, which means that this is a special function or the methods which is given in the list dynamics. Okay, and so if I change the 3 in here, like this one, and so İşcan is written on the terminal page. Okay, but what happens if we use the out of index in here? And so the list produce an error in here, like this one, list index out of range, which means that you don't have the authority to manipulate the store area, which is cannot be stored in this list, because the in this is end with the with the 3. Okay, or we can use this syntax in here, like this one. We may reach the 1 to 2 in here, and so I'm sorry, we need to remove these things, and so the 4 is written in this page. Or we can change the 1 to 3 and 4, and Mehmet is written on the terminal page. Okay, and so this our list, and my list 1 can be defined with the Mahmud or 1 2 3 4 is given in here, and so we can add two lists in the what in this session. For example, my list plus my list 1 can be added in here, and so this two lists is collected into the one proper list like this one. Okay, or we can write down like this one in order to reach our method in here. And so if we have this kind of information, and then the add method can be used to what, to manipulate or to collect the whole the data which is given in the what in the list structure can be collected into the one form. Okay, but what happens if we write the my list right now and then my list is not changed? Okay, and so in order to collect the whole data into another list, we need to define a simple or this overload method, and so we need to create some list structure in here like this one, and then we need to collect the whole data into one. Okay, and so if I run this code and my list 2 is given in the what is the collection of the two lists. Okay, and so these are the first example in here, and then we need to forward to the what to method or the function section in the what in the list example. Firstly, there are many methods which given in the what in the list structure, and so there are 12 or the something more which given in the what in the standard Python programming language. Okay, and so firstly we need to define the my list in here like this one, the mechatronic, and what the mathematic, and 1 1 1 2 2 2. Okay, and so what happens if we add the some variable to this list? Firstly, my list can be written like this one, the mechatronic mathematic 1 1 1 2 2 2 can be given on the terminal page, and so if I had to add the some data, we can use the append function. Just remember that we can collect the whole this two list by using the plus operations, but this list does not change, and so in order to add or append the some data to this list, for example, my addition can be given in here like this one, and so the print my list can be rewritten on this page, and so the my addition is added to the what, to the first operation. Okay, and so or we can use the what, the my list insert operation with the what, with the supports index, and the any objects is given in here. For example, if we had some data to what, to locate the specific position on the what on our list, and so for example 2 is the in this operation, and so my insert can be given like this one, and so if I run this code again, and so the my insert is what is located in the what in the second index 0 1 2. Okay, or we can change this structure in here like this one, and so the my insert is the second element of our study. Okay, and so we may do some other operation in here like this one. Example 3. Example 3. we may use the extend function in here. For example, my list 1 5, 6, 7, and so my list 2 1, 2, 3, and 5 can be given like this one. Okay, and so my list 1 can be extended with the what? With the my list 2, and print the my list 1. And so if I run this code, and then the my list is what? Is 5, 6, 7. This is the standard my list, and so the extend my list 2 can be added with the what? With 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, and 5. Okay, or my list 2 extend my list 1 and print my list 2 can be run, and then voila, my list is changed or has been changed by the what? Our purpose in here, and so the my list 2 1, 2, 3, 5 is written on this page, and so the rest of the whole the terms is given in the what? My list. Okay, we can use this structure in here by using the extend method. Okay, and so if we have this kind of information in here, we can print the some other function. Summation is a built-in function in the what? In the our list or the our Python programming language, like the printf or print, because the built-in function can be used with any operators, so any data types which is given in the what? The Python programming language. And so if we have this function, we can search to the what? The summation of the list 1. List 1 is equal to the what? 29. Okay, or we can use the sum my list 2 like this one, this 40, or we can add or append this information to the what? The sum my list in here, and my list 2 can be added with the what? The summation values of the my list 1. Okay, like this one. And so if I run this code, and the what? The none is returning here, because the append does not give the return value in here with the what? With the none value it's given in this form. And so we can use this notation in here, and my list 2 is equal to what? 40 plus 29, and so we get the total correct formation. But what happens my list 3 is equal to the what? The Mehmet or Ali or 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and so to print the sum my list 3 can be given in here, but the print sum has the error because the type error is given in what? Unsupported operand types. String information cannot be collected by the arithmetic rules, and so the list does not support to the what? The collection or the summation of the Mehmet or Ali in here. Okay, and so this is an error situation in here like this one, example 3. And so example 4 is related to the what? Related to the another function. My list 1 is equal to the what? The Mehmet Python 1, 2, 3, or 1 or 4. Okay, we can add these terms, and so we can find to the what? To total reoccurrence of a given elements in here. For example, my list 1 dot count gives us the occurrence of the values of the numbers. Okay, and so if we push the 1 value in here like this one, and so the 2 is given in here, or we can use the what the Mehmet and so this gives us the 1. Okay, or İhsan can be given, and so the 0 is returned at this element. Okay, or we can search to the what my list 1 dot len, or firstly we should define or use the built-in function in here, my list 1. This is the operand type of these things, but I'm sorry, if I run this code and this returns the 6 value. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, but we may reach to the what the 0 element in here. The list includes the string or str values of these things, and so Mehmet is given in here. But if I run this code, and so voila, the 6 can be given, and again, because the list includes or contains the string type or integer type or tuple type or different dictionary type, and so the list 1 is a string array or character collections, and so this interpreted is the what the string operator, and so the type of these things is given in the what in the string formation, and so my list has or possess the what the 6 elements, but the my list 0 in this is also possessed with the what the 6 characters or the elements. Okay, you should notice that. And so we may use some other function in here like this one, my list 1 to what the index value in here. For example, we need to give the some number or the variable in here. For example, the Python can be given at this time, and so this index returns the index value of this contained variable. Okay, or we can use the what the 132, and so which is given of the what the index of 2. Okay, or we can give the index 1, and so the 3 is given at this time, 0 1 2 3, but not the last elements. Okay. And so these are the example 4, and we need to move some other function in Python programming language. Firstly, we need to give the my list in here like this one, and so we can use the 3.2.3 Mahmud and Ali, and 1 2 3 and 4 5 6. Okay, and so the print the what the list pop value or the pop function in here. Okay, my list pop, and so if I run this code, this return us to the what the removed elements from the my list. Okay, and so my list can be rewritten on this page, and so the 3.2 2.3 Mahmud, Ali, and 1 2 3 can be seen, but not the 4 5 6. Okay, 456. And so if I use this notation in here again like this one, or what do we have? The 2.3 Mahmud and Ali can be seen on the what on this page. Or if I push the 0 value in here as an index, and then Mahmud, Ali, and 1 2 3 is paged or contained in our list, but not the two of them. 2.3 and 4, 5, 6. Okay, the pop default values is what the last in this, not the first one. But we can change, or we can give some arguments to the pop function or method in here, and then this value is the what is removed. Or del keywords can be used in here. For example, list 1 and 0 can be removed in this time. And so if I run this code and show the first elements, Mahmoud is removed from this page. Okay, or my list 1 remove the sum specific in here. Okay, and so we can give the some other function, remove the first occurrence of value in here, like this one. 1, 2, 3 can be removed from this list. Okay, and so these are the 5th example in here, and then we need to forward to the what, to the 6th example. First, my list can be given in the what, the Python and maths, and 1, 2, 3 and 3.2. okay, and so print the type of my list can be given like the class, which is in the form of the list operations. Okay, and so, but what happens if I choose the 0 in this, and so which is given in the what, the str value. Okay, and so if I use the what, the 3 in here, and so this is given in the what, the float value. What does it mean? If we have the list type of variable, including the str or string or the float or the other values in here, like this one, for example, print the what, the summation result can be given by the what, the my list to the what, to the 2 plus my list 3. We can reach the whole data coming from these things, and so the summation result is equal to the what, 125.3 value. Okay, but we can also use the my list 0 element, which is string, and so the 0 element is used with the what, with the another function in here, like this one. Python can be seen, but in order to run this code in here, like this one, we need to utilize this list function with some specific operations. For example, if I use the upper function in here, and if I run this code, the Python change with what, with the greater characters or the upper characters, or we can turn into the what, the lowercase in here. The Python is written in the lower characters, and so what does it tell us? It means that we can use the list with specific methods, but in our list we may have the string character, and we can also this string methods by using this in these characters. Okay, for example, if we may have another list in here, like this one, list 2, and so 1, 2, 3 and 999 and Kamil and the what, the my list. What happens if I run this code? The print my list 2, and so you need to look at this because the list elements 1, 2, 3, 999 commit is included in here, but is also we can include our another list within the what, the another my list. Okay, and so my list possess to do what, to these elements, integer, string, and also another list. And we may use this formation in here. For example, the print the len of the my list 2, which is given in the what, in the 4, because 1, 2, 3, and 4. But my list, the last elements in here, like this one, the 3, is also includes the 4 value in here. Okay. And so these are the basic introduction with the what, with the list class, which is given in the Python programming language. And so in the next lesson we will continue with the what, the tuples and the dictionary values or the variable types of the Python programming language. Okay. Hello guys. In the previous lesson, we have talked about how we can use the function and function definition in Python programming language. And so, in this lesson, we will follow to the what, the tuple variable type or tuple class in Python programming language. Okay. First, we need to explain the tuple or tuples in Python programming language. It's another sequence data type, and this is similar with the what, with the list type of the class. Okay, and so tuple may be created to do what, the many type of the Python. For example, the numbers or dictionary or function or another class or integer or blah blah blah. We can contain or consist of the what, the tuple. We can fill this data type into the what, into the tuple numbers. Okay, or the class variable. But tuple is like the list, but we cannot update the values of the tuples. Okay, so this can be considered as the constant values of our variables. Okay, and so in order to understand how we can use the tuples in Python programming language, we can create some examples in here, like this one. For example, the var tuple. It's my name for the what. If we want to define the tuple variable, we should use the open and close parentheses, not the brackets. Okay, this is the definition of the what or the keyword or the operators to the what to define a tuple. Okay, and so for example, Mehmet can be included in here. 777, this is an integer number. 4.3, this is a float number. Or we can define any list variable in here, like this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and so if I run this code, and then we have no error at the what, at the terminal page. Okay, and so how we can reach the var tuple in here? So this is our tuple in here, and then we can print the tuple like this one. And so the Mehmet 777 4.3 and blah blah blah can be written on this page. Or we can reach the elements of the tuple by using the parentheses operator, like this one, the 0 element of the what, the Mehmet. Okay, or we can use the tuple in here, like this one, var tuple with the what, the 1, 2, 3 elements in here, 777 and 4.3. Okay, and so, or we can print the tuple 2 times like this one, and so we can also add this tuple, the new tuple elements like this one, the var tuple 2, and so the new tuple can be written on this page. Okay, or we can print the whole the var tuple value plus the new tuple can be added like this one. Okay, but the tuple cannot be added to the any elements in here. Okay, because we don't have the permission to do what, to append or add the some elements in here. But how we can use these tuple elements like this one? For example, the var tuple 0 elements maybe append or add the some values like this one. If we add these things in here, the a, and so if I run this code, the code is run again and then can give the some new line in here like this one, and then if we have the var tuple in here like this one, and so the Mehmet is always same with the what, with these elements. Okay, and so we cannot update by using the add function in here like this one, and so the first element is same with the what, with the Mehmet. Okay, and so how we can use this generation like this one, var tuple 0 plus Mehmet. Okay, if we change the code like this one, the var tuple element can be reached by using the index operator in here, but the Mehmet cannot be updated, even if it's the what, it's the another class of these objects, because the var tuple cannot be changed, and so the Mehmet cannot be updated, because the var tuple maybe reach in this value, and so string is the another class in here like this one, and so we can reach the var tuple 0 in here, and then the Mehmet cannot be reached on these times. Okay, or new line is in here, and so we can capitalize the whole function body in here like this one. I'm sorry, I need to delete this operation, and so the Mehmet can be manipulated by using these notations. Okay, and so, or we maybe use the var tuple like this one, that join in here, and so we can give the Ali like this one, and so tuple is also not updated at this moment. Okay, or the last element of the tuple is in here, 0 1 2 3, and so the 3 value is the what, is the list elements of our nation, and so the append can be added with the what, the 5 for example, and so the 3 can be rewritten at this moment. And so if I run this code, and the 5 is added like this one. Okay, and also 12 can be added like this one. And then this Mehmet cannot be updated in here like this one. What the list can be used in the what, in the addition operators in here like this one. Okay, because we can add these two things in here. Okay, and so if we have this information in here like this one, and so var tuple equals to the var tuple add can be used in this diagram and so the tuple Mehmet cannot be assigned to this one because the assignment operator cannot be used at this moment, but the list has the append function or append method in here, and so even if it's stored in the tuple element or tuple list, and so this list can be updated by using these diagrams. Okay, and so this is the first example of the how we can use the tuple in our example session. Okay, and so example session 2 is related to the to our tuple methods. Okay, and so the tuple 1 can be defined in the 0 or 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and 3 3 2 2 and 1. Okay, and so we can define another tuple in here. Tuple 2 is the Ali, Mehmet, Ali, İşcan, or Cüneyt, for example. These are the name of the related to the tuple. Okay, we can print whole this value in here. Firstly, we can have the two methods. The result method can be assigned with the tuple 1. Okay, tuple 1 can be ranged to the another two function or the methods count or index. The another method is driven with the with the operator overloading mechanisms in here, because every underscore element is related to the specific operators defined in the overloading mechanism in the tuple class. Okay, and so we can use the count function in here. Okay, and count returns to the number of the occurrence of any value in the in the tuple. For example, we have the 3 as an element in here like this one, and so we can print our values of the count of 3 in here, and so we can add this value is the result method. Okay, and so 3 is 3 times repeated in the in the tuple 1 elements 1 2 and 3. Okay, or we can give the 2 value in here, and so 2 is also is also 3 times repeated in here. Okay, or we can use the 1 in here, and then 1 is 2 times the count or occurrence in these tuple values. Or we can use the 0 in here like this one, and then 0 does not contain in the in the tuple 1, and so it returns to the 0 value in here. Okay, or we can use another result method 2 in here, the tuple 2 dot count, and so the Ali can be given at this moment, and so the print, or we can just copy of all of these things, count of the Ali in here like this one. The result method is used to run the 2 times repeated in the tuple 2 elements. Okay, or we can search to the any tuple in here. For example, the tuple 2 may be added to the 3 2 and 3 2. These are the list elements in here like this one, and so 3 2 can be assigned to this value, and so the count of 0 is changed with the list elements in here 3.2, and so this also equal to the 2 times. Okay, but if we have the 3 1, and so the 0 times repeated in the tuple 1 method. Okay, and so another method in the tuple class is called the index, which is the returns to the first occurrence of the given element from the tuple. Okay, for example, if we have this tuple value in here like this one, and so the result is equal to the tuple 1 and index, for example 4. And so print the values of the first occurrence is to res. Okay, and so if I run this code, the first occurrence is the 3 index, 0 1 2 3. Or we may change the 5 value in here, like this one, it's the 4. Or we may give any list elements in here, like this one, and so the 10 is assigned to the index usage on the tuple programs. Okay, or we may use the 3 1, and so the tuple does not index it in the values of the 3 and 1. It returns nothing. Okay, and this is the error of the codes, not the return value is 0. Okay, and so this is how we can use the tuple class in the Python programming language. And so we can derive more examples related to tuples, but it's enough for this times, because in the next lessons we will create some complex examples related to how we can use the tuple, or how we can utilize the tuple in the algorithms. For example, the training the neural network, or the control approach, or the data coming from the databases. Okay.